8-bit egg!
So here's the thing. Now seems like a pretty good time to be upgraded my PC. Lockdown's really, really boring. So this PC of mine has remained untouched, wait for it, for 7 years. Yep, the last time that I did anything to it was 2013, and that's when I actually built the thing. So I've noticed for the past 2 years, my PC has not been able to run the latest titles at max to high settings, which isn't a problem. You know, the games they run fine on medium, but when I put ultra settings on, you know, the frame rate is not great. And really the cause of that is only one thing. So my CPU, absolutely fine. That's a 3rd gen Intel chip. That's an i7-3770K. That thing's running fine. Nothing seems to bother that at all. And also my power supply is rock solid. That's an Enermax Revolution 85 plus, I believe. That thing is made out of steel and unobtainium, and it's amazing. I love that thing. It's actually my graphics card, which was at the time the most expensive component in the whole case. That's to be expected, really. Now, I should have seen this coming. I always forget that graphics card technology moves fast. They get out of date fast. New cards are released every 6 months, I believe. And games titles move with them. So you need to keep up, and you have to have a wallet that keeps up too. I spent at the time something like £540 on this graphics card. With inflation though, guess what? That's a bit more expensive. Today, that's worth £630 for an Asus GTX 780 DirectCU2, which is an overclocked factory card. Yeah, £630 back in 2013. Back when the pound was not a joke. So, what could I get with that today? What could I get for £630 today? Well, that's RTX 2070 Super territory, which is great news for me because that outperforms my current card by 115%. That's over twice as good. That's insane, but that's a lot of money indeed. That's mind-bogglingly lots of money. But what if I sold my current card? What if I recouped the money that I had invested, or at least part of it? Well, eBay has the card that I currently have at around 120 to 140 pounds if I'm lucky. So with that money though, I'd only be able to buy a brand new 1050 Ti. It's somewhat of a downgrade. It's actually 64% worse than my current card, according to userbenchmarks.com. That's impressive. That's a hell of a thought that actually my 7-year-old Asus card is still relevant. It still outperforms a brand new Nvidia card today. So I would be stupid to sell my card and instead buy, with that money, buy a 1050 Ti, because I'd just be throwing away frames per second. And so what are my options so far? I mean, I could break the bank. That's option 1. Yeah, break the bank and buy a brand new RTX 2070 Super. Or 2, I could be really cheap, recoup some money off of my old card, and buy a 1050 Ti. What about 3? So I would recommend to a lot of people, especially people who know what they're doing inside of a computer case, I would recommend going on the used market. That's what I would say to myself. Go on the used market and grab myself something like an RTX 2070 Super. Why not? £400. That's £200 off the list price. But it's used and it doesn't come with a warranty. Or what about option 4? Which makes a lot of sense. Why don't I wait until the RTX 3000 series is out and then rub my hands together in glee as the RTX 2000 series cards plummet to the earth. That's right. I mean, it's not guaranteed that will happen, but that's pretty likely. In fact, that's near enough to 100% guarantee that you can probably get that the release of the new cards and everybody wanting one is going to flood the market of all these 2000 series. So that's the 2060 series, the 2070s and 2080s, including the TIs and the Supers in those ranges, are all going to fall drastically in price. There's going to be so much choice and such low prices that we can pick up a 2080 Ti. Yes, a 2080 Ti, the top of the range, for a lot less than we should be. But what do you think? What do you think I should do? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and get notified.